Hello everyone and welcome back to the One Stop Co-op Shop. This is Colin and today we are going to start Quest 4 in Act 2 of Sword and Sorcery. This is what the map is going to look like. It looks awesome. It's pretty big. I have a nice overhead view here, but we'll jump more into it as we play the game. Currently, Quest 1 of Act 2 still isn't live, so once again, if I've made any errors on those ones, I'm going to continue to make the errors here. The only thing I did catch is that I definitely rolled a gremlin for these icy knives, and I didn't even notice it. So that means Icarus no longer has his icy knives. Those are gone forever, because that's an Act 1 treasure card. So yeah, we no longer have that. Bummer. Let's go ahead and look at our storybook and jump into our playthrough. At last, the heroes reach the gates of Moonchild. Spectral clouds cover the moon's silver sickle in the sky, and the walls are manned by torch-bearing guards. One of them gets sight of the heroes and yells, "Strangers, you are welcome, but know that the city is expecting an undead siege any time now, coming from the south. Entering Moonchild means tempting your own fate." The gates open, and Marcus introduces the heroes, asking to speak to the mayor. Yet the guard, visibly upset, answers, "The town hall will not be open until tomorrow morning. You can talk to Inspector Crane and near to the walls on the next block. He is examining the scene of yet another heinous crime." See paragraph 4.1. Here we can see our enemy deck once again are just the two Dark Raiders that are green and the two Dark Raiders that are blue. Our event deck is teeny tiny, 3 cards, 4, 5, and 1. And we know 4 and 5 are day and night cards. So yeah, I'm assuming we're going to get more because this map is huge. For the Emporium, we're not able to visit the Emporium before this quest. That means the scale armor that Icarus and Thorgar have are no longer on the Forge side. However, I am going to have Icarus get something from Ariel, because Ariel picked up that Avenger's plate. I'm going to go ahead and have him go ahead and equip that. We also can only check out the waypoint tokens when a hero is not engaged. The normal doors, heroes can open non-locked doors without drawing trap cards. Cool. So normally you would actually have to draw a trap card to open those doors. We don't have to do that. The enemy power deck, I have removed the follower card from the deck. And then we have event cards, ignore the spawn effects of all event cards. We do have a day and a night effect that we will have to see. And our quest fail is if the last event card is discarded or all heroes are ghost souls, that's how we lose. Here we have our map. Hopefully this time I actually put all of the waypoint tokens in the right space, unlike the last one. And you can see we have tons of different things here for our story events. There's 6 waypoint tokens, our story events, night and day, and then I don't know what the glass vial... Oh no, yeah, we do have the glass vial. I don't know what this Ex Mortis thing is. But remember, Icarus still has that glass vial, so if he wants to take an action, he can use it, and we can see what happens at 4.35. The party finds Investigator Crane crouched over a woman's mangled corpse. As one of the guards introduces the heroes, Crane snaps some orders and rises to welcome them. "Hail, good sirs! Your fame and reputation precede you. Thus, I think I know enough about you and your vampire count mission. No surprises there. You, on the other hand, know nothing about me, Crane. My name is Ichabod Crane. First of all, you should know that these homicides started just after the undead army was sighted." He points at the body laying at his feet, or what remains of it, and adds, "They have only 2 things in common, the timing from dusk to dawn, and the efficient brutality of the deep slashes on the victims, inflicted by razor-sharp implements. No one is safe in the city anymore." After a dramatic pause, he continues, "Usually I do not like strangers intruding upon my investigations, but I am short on men, so, since I know your deeds, perhaps you can help us. Should you accept, at least one of you must go to the town hall, waypoint 1, as soon as possible. I am sure the mayor will grant you a commensurate reward. Well, whenever you are comfortable starting the investigation, you can do it on my behalf. May the gods be with you." The adventure begins. Just wanted to show you that I now have Icarus having the Avenger's plate here, so he's got 2 armor with this and 1 magic defense. And no longer are lightning bolts considered shields, so I need to remember that. But once per round, all enemies in your area suffer 1 HP and KO all in your area, or actually in KO. All heroes in your area heal 1 HP, and if we do get a SAR, we can reroll any of our defense dice. Thorgar is also going to equip his Aron's book here instead of what I had the compass before, because if we do this at the beginning of the quest, we get +1 power. You know what power I'm grabbing? Look at this. This is called Call Lightning. So this is another attack we can do. Has 1 auto success, but we are a level 5 now, so we can roll 3 red, 3 blue, lethal 3 if 2 lightning bolts. Does take 3 rounds to come back, but that looks amazing. So yeah, he now has an additional power. And don't forget, for Icarus, he has this talent and he no longer has the heavy plate mail, so now his movement is normally 4 instead of his 3, and he can spend 2 actions dashing. That's awesome. And of course, Ariel's going to choose Icarus as her camaraderie person. Well, we know we need to talk to the mayor, which is way up here. That's our waypoint token 1. We do have a waypoint token 5 over here. I honestly have no idea what these are, so I think I'm going to go for the one that I know of first. I'm going to use Icarus. So his movement is normally 4, and we have our 2 actions. Oh, also, we have 18 soul shards, just in case you don't remember, because I almost didn't. It's been a while. We can, at 25, level up Icarus. So Icarus will go ahead and move 1, 2, 3 for a free action, open up this door. And remember, we don't have to have a trap because they're normal doors. We'll then do our 4th movement here, and then we'll spend both actions to do a double dash. That's only because we're a runner. Normally we couldn't do this, but that allows us to get to waypoint token 1. The town hall is the main building in the city and was built centuries ago by the now extinct House of Worgen. Every beam and brick in the building still bears the mark of the wolf, the symbol of Worgen. The central area of the building is marked by a large circle on the floor, enclosing a huge picture of the wolf's head surrounded by the lunar phases. A short man in elegant clothes, slightly limping on his right leg, interrupts the hero's exploration. He speaks with a haughty manner. My name is Igor, and these are very busy days. If you wish to speak to the bear, you must wait. I will not change my schedule for some wanderer. We have 3 options here. We can respect Igor and wait. We can ignore Igor and go away. Or we can teach Igor to show respect to the heroes of the Twin Worms. I'm definitely going with law because that's what we are, so we'll go to 4.4. The heroes put away their ego and decide the Talon Coast already offers them abundant enemies. There's no need to make new ones. They patiently await for their return. The active hero's turn ends immediately. We gain 1 soul shard and go to 4.1. We'll move up to 19 soul shards. The mayor introduces himself while the servants bring a good mead to the guests. I hope Igor was nicer than usual. My name is Victor Frankenstein, and although I'm happy to meet you, I am ashamed by the state of my city. When the Worgen lords ruled, this city was founded on noble ideals, forged by their strong will, and tempered by time. Now, just look at what it's become. A grim city, isolated and soon to be besieged by the walking dead. Concerning the recent homicides, I cannot help but ask myself whether this new enemy is linked to the undead horde pressing on the southern walls, the mighty walls of Moonchild. How ironic, the whims of the gods. These walls were erected to prevent the city and keep away any trouble from the Talon Coast. But now those very walls that keep the walking dead at bay are keeping this monster inside with us. I spoke to Inspector Crane, and I trust in your ability to help vanquish this scourge. In exchange, Moonchild will help you in the hunt of the Vampire Count. Good luck. All heroes within one area of Waypoint 1 would heal and remove this from the quest. So, I mean, it's good that we got there, but we don't really get anything because we're not hurt. So I'm just going to remove that Waypoint token, and we'll move to, let's go to Thorgar next. For Thorgar's turn, we'll go ahead and do 1 movement to move here. I believe, yeah, there's only an X here and an X here, so I think you choose either way that you want to go. So 1, 2, 3, and then let's dash for 4. Let's check out Waypoint token 2. The Moonchild Temple is one of the more decayed buildings in the city. Its once elegant structure, decorated with threatening gargoyles, is now worn smooth and crumbling. However, it seems the temple still offers service to the small number of persons entering it. In the central aisle, the High Cleric nods to the heroes to acknowledge his availability to speak if necessary. If you want to talk to the High Cleric about the events, go to 4.14. The second one, available only if Quest 4, Witness 1. No, we have not done that one, so I can't do that one. The third one, if you want to explore the church by yourself, go to 4.15. Let's check out 4.14. The High Cleric appears to be a stark, inflexible person, perhaps not suited to the present situation, yet strong in his faith in the gods. When asked about the recent developments in the city, he answers, "This is how the gods punish us for our sins. The city has always worshipped the strength of its founders instead of the will of the gods. Behold the people of Moonchild. Even before the walking dead, before the heinous crimes in the night, their faith wavers. The gods are the only hope. Pray, stranger, pray I have no more to tell you." That'll end Thorgar's turn, and I think what I'm going to do is end this round with Ariel. Do we want to take the chance? Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, and then she's got those elven boots. She can move here. Maybe we can find something here. So this is Waypoint 4. At first, the inside of Slaughtered Lamb Tavern appears quite appalling. Dozens of animal skeletons hanging from the ceiling and huge magical pentagrams flanked by two equally large candles dominate the main wall. Yet, the place is crowded with people looking for company and amusement in such dire times. The innkeeper approaches the heroes while cleaning the traditional stain. If you want to order something to eat, go to 4.5. If you want to rest, go to 4.7. If you want to sit down and press your luck with dice, 4.9. If you do not want to spend more time, let's order something to eat. Let's start there. That's 4.5. With a half-dismayed, half-proud attitude, the innkeeper speaks to the hero. I can only offer you salted meat. We're making preparations for the siege, you know, but you can have excellent cider with that. Trust me, this apple nectar will make you think you're at a royal banquet, friend. You can accept this, discard 10 crowns, heal 2 HP, and remove body conditions, and then end our turn. Otherwise, go to 4.3. Nah, we're totally healed up, so let's go somewhere else. Let's try 4.7. Picking up some local rumors can always be helpful. As in every city on the coast, there's no better way to get acquainted with news than to sit in the corner of an inn listening to the drunken voices. Among the news about the siege and lovers' quarrels, an old farmer voice draws the attention of the heroes. The one-eyed old man complains, "The dark times are again upon us. First our king falls, then the dead walk again. Now there's a gruesome murderer that eviscerates his victims by night. My only eye has seen what the killer can do. Believe me, good people, I happened to pass by a corpse last night, and it was like Crazy Kessler's stories. The old hermit who lives in this rickety ancient house." Waypoint token 3. We may call him crazy, but we are the mad ones. The dark times are again upon us. The last words of the old man were drowned by a huge gulp of cider. Go to 4.3. When do you say we go and spend some time looking around? So let's go to 4.11. The inn. Its air full of smoke and the smell of food seems to offer nothing else to the hero. Oh, okay. So that will end this round. Let's go ahead and grab our event card, and we have our day event. We would shift any of our used powers. We haven't used any, so I'll just discard that, and let's go ahead and read what happens during the day. A new day dawns over the city of Moonchild. Fears and creatures of the night fade with the sun, while the streets come to life again, teeming with new potential victims, shadows of the bloodthirsty killer. Time for the heroes to hunt. Remove any Dark Raider enemies still on the map from play by discarding its enemy card. It's not considered killed. I don't know how we would have any on the board. Maybe you guys know if I did something wrong, let me know, because I literally have no idea how. Then we have remove any other non-undead enemy still on the map from play and set it aside. Take the following shadow tokens from the Shadow Reserve. We've got the quest enemy, the quest 1 citizen, and then a number of enemies equal to the number of heroes. For example, if there are 3 heroes involved in the quest, take 3 enemy shadow tokens. Flip the shadow face down, randomly place them over locations starting from A, and then proceeding in alphabetical order until all shadows are placed. So we're going to place them out on the board randomly. A shadow can only be revealed at range 0 by a hero who spends 1 action while in the same area as the token, following these rules. If the quest enemy, or citizen shadow is revealed, leave it revealed on the map without resolving any other effect. If an enemy shadow is revealed, place it back in the Shadow Reserve without resolving its effect. We placed out our 6 shadow tokens, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, I don't know if I'm missing something, you guys. I don't know how something else would have come out with that. I don't know how would Dark Raiders have come out. Maybe if I'd gone to a different waypoint token. I guess we'll see. Regardless, we can simply move to the next round, and let's go ahead and start off with Icarus again. We'll start this round with Icarus. Let's go ahead and have him move into this space and spend his first action to reveal this one. Okay, that is the quest one, which means we will leave it revealed on the map without any other effect. I'm assuming we'll figure out what it does later. We'll then do movement 2 here, and I have to say this treasure chest is slightly tempting. Let's keep moving. We can always come back. So for free, we can unlock this door. We don't have to resolve a trap card. We'll move here for our movement 3, and then here for our movement 4, thanks to our running ability. And then we'll spend our second action to jump to here. But that's it. Thorgar then is going to go ahead and check out this one. So he's going to go 1, 2, and then for an action, reveal it. Okay, it's nothing. We can remove that one. And then movement 3 here, and then dash for 4. So that way, hopefully, next round we can check out that shadow token. For Ariel, let's start off by doing 1 movement to move into here. Then we'll use our first action to reveal this one. This is a citizen. Then action 2, or movement 2, I should say, is to move here. Action 2 is we're going to unlock this door, but we have to resolve a trap. And what we get are the icy spikes. Unless save each hero within 2 areas, that's just her, becomes slowed. Let's go ahead and roll and see if she can save. She only rolls 1 die for save, looking for the hit symbol. Come on, hit symbol. Perfect. So we don't have to worry about it. And then we'll go ahead and move into this space. We don't have another action that we can do because we've done 1 action to flip this, 1 action to open the locked door. So next round, we can use 1 action to go ahead and reveal what's here. But that will end this round. We'll flip our event card. We know it's the night card, so we would shift back any of our used powers. We haven't used any, and let's read this. We only have 1 card left. The only good thing is we do know that's story event 1. I'm hoping to goodness that's going to give us some more time, because I don't even know what I'm doing yet. Darkness falls again on Moonchild. The blackness that hides the streets strikes both terror in the innocent and courage in the bloodthirsty, greedy rogues. Each hero in an area that does not contain other heroes, that's all of them, must roll a red die, and we'll see what we get. We're really hoping not for a gremlin. We'd have to discard an item from our inventory. Losing 10 crowns would be the end of the world. This wouldn't be bad at all, because if you think about it, we don't have any powers that we've used, so that shouldn't matter. We're just hoping for an SS. First roll will be for Icarus, and he gets a lightning bolt, which means he loses 10 crowns. That's okay. He's got enough money to do that. Then we'll have Thorgar go next. He'll roll, he gets a star, and that means he has to shift one of his used powers back. Doesn't have any. And then for Ariel, come on, SS. No, we get hits, 2 hits, that's nothing. She doesn't get anything. We'll have Icarus go next. He'll unlock this door for free. Actually, it's not even locked. He'll just open it. He's going to move here for his movement 1. We'll reveal this token. That's just another enemy. We get to actually remove that. And then for movement 2, we can certainly move into here. This is a balcony, so the only way we can get up there is if we go up the stairs. I love these map tiles, you guys. They look so cool. But I'm going to move in here. Let's check out waypoint token 5. The main general store in Moonchild is a wooden multi-story structure. Many shelves in the shops are empty, perhaps due to the ongoing siege. The owner, a young man, is very polite to customers, including the heroes. Welcome, welcome, good sirs. My name is Harker. How can I help you on this fine day? If you want to talk with this vendor about the recent events, go to 4.21. If you want to buy equipment, yes, I do. Go to 4.22. And then I've got something available about Witness 2, which that hasn't happened. And if you want to leave the vendor, go to 4.23. So I think I'm definitely going to do 4.22 first. The seller shows the available items, apologizing. Unfortunately, with the pending siege, my provisions are scarce, and that is all that I have left. The active hero may visit the Emporium as a free action, but cannot buy items with a value higher than 70 crowns. And cannot use any tavern building. Okay, and then we can go back to 4.2. I did want to buy something. I'm hoping it's not too much. They're certainly not amazing, but it does give us an action with an attack. Totally worth it to me. I can only do this side. I can't do the better side because you can only be faith for the better side. So I'm going to spend these 30 crowns to go ahead and buy these throwing hammers. We'll then go ahead and just talk to him about the events. When asked about the recent happenings, Harker speaks in a sincere tone. Oh, I am not an adventurer. My whole life is this shop and my woman, Mina. I hope all of this will pass quickly. I have grown with the tales of my forefathers about the greatness and the deeds of this city in times past. Yet all my life I have lived as a modest life as anyone in Moonchild. No one here deserves such cruelty. I really do not know what else to say. Well, except thank you for your help. That means all we can really do is leave, so that's 4.23. Once again, Harker thanks the heroes with a deep bow and then returns to his work. Our third movement, we'll go ahead and move into here, and then we'll do our second action to do this search. Come on, be a good one. There might be a trap. We'll roll our red die, and we definitely get a lightning bolt, which means it's a trap. Bummer. So our trap is each hero within 2 areas is attacked by a 1 per soul rank. So our soul rank is 4. So we just got attacked for 4 points of damage. Then unless save, suffer break. Well, the nice thing is we've got 3 armor and 1 magic armor. So we'll block all of that, but I do have to try and save for the break. Our save is 2 blue dice. Well, it's 1 blue die. We're looking for a star, but we get to reroll it. So I'm going to roll 2. We're hoping for a star. Perfect, there's a star. Okay, break is terrible, you guys. A hero suffering the break effect must place the related token on its equipped armor card. Each break token reduces the armor value by 1. If the armor value is 0, because it is already broken, or because the equipment armor offers no armor value at all, the hero suffers 1 HP instead of placing the token. In the campaign mode, an armor remains broken until repaired using the blacksmith building. We'll finish our turn simply by doing 1 more movement, our 4th one from our runner, but we've done both our actions so we can't keep moving. And I'm not going to talk to him again. I don't need to. I'm not going to buy anything else. For Thorgar's turn, let's go ahead and move into here. Spend our first action to flip this up. Great. We found our enemy quest token. Who knows what that's going to be? I'm hoping we'll find out soon. So that was movement 1 and action 1. Movement 2, and then movement 3. Let's go ahead and check out waypoint token X. As Thorgar walks along the road beside the graveyard, the heroes find a strange footprint dragged along the ground. Judging from the foul odor, something rotten is walking toward the city. Oh, great. The active hero, which is Thorgar, must roll 3 red dice. An F hero may reroll this attempt once. Oh, nice. If an SS is rolled, go to 4.3. Otherwise, go to 4.32. 3 red dice with a reroll. I like it. I like our chances. Oh, there it is. Awesome. Be it destiny or the gods' will, Thorgar understands they are way too close to these lifeless beings. Place the green double seal skeleton in the star spawn gate. Also place this green skeleton in the same area if there are 3 more heroes, so I don't have to do that. I'll just be placing 1. Place the double blue skeleton in the spawn gate. Also place this one if there are 3 more heroes. When any skeleton dies, remove from the quest, and then waypoint X is also going to be removed. Well, that's wonderful. At least we do get some enemies. We'll have the green skeleton get 2 powers, 1 normally and 1 because of how I'm playing. So we have Hard Skin, we know this one, -2 hits. We should know all of them, really. We have Swiftness. Oh, he's going to activate at the beginning of each of the event phases. Jeez. Then for our blue one, we have all attacks inflict +1 hit, bash, and KO. And then our second one, we have when defending +2 blue dice. And if he rolls a gremlin with that, he gets +2 defense. We spawn the green skeleton here and the blue skeleton over here. I think we've already done 2 out of our 3 movement, you guys. So we could move here and then spend our second action either attacking him or checking out that shadow token. We can attack him only with our the Northern Fangs. This one because it can attack range. Or is it worth just revealing the shadow token? Let's just reveal the shadow token. Yeah, it's just an enemy. Let's get rid of that. And that's all we're going to do. Yeah, we're going to have to soak some hits from him because he's probably going to activate and then he'll activate again during the event phase. Our encounter card we get is Close Combat. Okay, that's none of them are engaged, so they're just going to move 2 areas towards the closest hero. That is Thorgar. The skeletons are closing in. To finish off the round, let's go ahead and have Ariel do this search. Oh, this is another one we could potentially have a trap. And she gets just a hit, so nothing. She doesn't find anything there. Then we'll go ahead and do our movement. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to go ahead and try and attack this green skeleton. We're going to use our free action and magic bolt him here, so he only has 4 health from his normal 6. Then we're going to go ahead and use our Ice Storm. This is important because it ignores enemy resistance. Those green skeletons are -2 for all hits that aren't blunt. And then don't forget, he's -2 because of the hard skin. So we still have this -2 we have to deal with. So that means we normally will only have 1 auto success here, but we are going to focus for our second action, so that's 2 auto successes. We'll then roll our 4 dice, and we do have our reroll because of our Archmage robe. Let's see how much we can do. So let's reroll this one. It's a shield. Okay, great. That's a hit. And we've got a star. Oh, you know what we don't have? We don't have a lightning. Unfortunately, that means his armor will still take into effect. He is going to be slowed, which I don't know if that even matters with them. I can't remember anymore. But I'm still going to place the token on him. So he's been slowed. We are going to lose this one because of his armor, but then we're hitting him for 3 points of damage, plus the 2 that are already on him. He has 5 out of the 6 points of damage on him. He's almost dead, but remember, he has that reaction. When he goes down to 0, he rolls a blue die, and if we roll a shield, he comes back with 3 health. We'll then draw our encounter card, and we have activate all enemies in full health. That will be the blue one. The green one, we just dealt damage to it. The blue skeleton has no line of sight, so it's going to move 2 areas towards the closest hero. If engaged, attack with shield, otherwise move 1 area towards the closest hero. So I think it's just going to move 3 spaces into Thorgar's space. Moving 2, we'll get him here, and then moving the 3rd one, he'll move into here. And now Thorgar is dominated by these skeletons. Then, because this green skeleton has the swiftness ability, before we do our event card, he's going to activate. He has attack with Cursed Bow, but he's not going to move away 1 area because we slowed him, so he's only going to do attack with Cursed Bow. Maybe that's almost bad. They are dominating Thorgar, so they're going to get 2 auto successes on this, and if he gets a star, he's going to break Thorgar's armor. We have 2 auto successes, rolling 2 red dice, and he does get a star and a lightning. So he's going to exhaust Thorgar, so Thorgar can't use any of his actions next round. Jeez. And he's going to break his scale armor. So his scale armor normally has 1 armor. It's now at 0. Now, if we get the break again, and he does not have any armor, which he doesn't have now, what will happen is he just takes 1 wound for that. So now we can defend against 1, 2, 3, 4 hits because we don't have any magic armor either. So I'm going to roll 4 blue dice, and these guys are tough. And we get 1, 2, and those 2 are misses. Let's go ahead and use our Divine Aid so we can re-roll them. I don't want all that damage. And 3, 4. So we blocked all the hits this round. Whew, but that won't last forever. And then the skeleton will discard the slow token. Now we'll flip our event card, and we know we're going to Story Event 1. A thin white mist begins to shroud the city when all at once a scream of anguish breaks the silence of the night. Remove any unrevealed shadow tokens from the map by placing it back in the Shadow Reserve without revealing it. I don't think we have any. I think we got to all of them, which is awesome. Take the following event cards in order. The Event 27 card, the Event 4, and the Event 5. Okay, so that's why those effects might come into play. I was thinking, how are those events going to happen? The Story Event 2 card, the Event 13 and 14 cards. Basically, we're just going to reset up the event cards. Thank goodness, we need more time. Place the cards face down exactly as you would during the quest setup. Place the newly created deck below the revealed Story Event 1 card to extend the event deck. Story 1 event will be discarded during the subsequent event phase, and Event 27 will be revealed in the next event phase. Continue resolving these conditions one by one. If the Citizen Shadow is revealed, which it has been, as Ariel revealed it, discard it by placing it back in the Shadow Reserve and go to 4.27. The heroes find a frightened man roaming the streets in state of shock. His pupils dilated and his breath short. One of the guards recognizes the man as an acolyte from the temple. Since the man is on the verge of collapsing, the inspector decides to take him to the High Cleric, waypoint 2, explaining to the heroes, perhaps once he is recovered, he can tell us something useful about what caused such terror, but until then, he will not be of any help to us. Take note, here we go. Take note of Quest 4, Witness 1. We've gained 1 Soul Shard, and then go to 4.25 and continue going down that list. We'll now move ourselves to 20 beautiful Soul Shards. If the Quest Shadow is revealed, discard it by placing it back in the Shadow Reserve, and go to 4.29. As one of the heroes inspects the city, something draws his eyes towards a near alley. He sees the shape of a man squatting, then running on 4 legs, and finally jumping away with a strength no man should have. Perhaps it was just another drunk collapsing on the ground, whose shadow became a monster in the flickering light of the torches. Or perhaps you are really hunting something quite inhuman. Ooh. We have taken note of Clue 4, or Quest 4, Clue 1. Then we'll keep moving down our list. If the quest enemy shadow is revealed, go to 4.31, and that has been revealed as well. Thorgar revealed that. Their efforts have paid off at last. The heroes can finally deduce where the monster will strike again, and this time they are there, waiting and ready as the creature appears. The shadows unveil a couple of cutthroats, their faces masked along with a huge mass of muscles and fur, with razor-sharp claws and the snout of a wolf. Oh, well, we already found, I think, what we needed, so that clue maybe won't be helpful. Place 1 green werewolf, a new enemy, in the quest enemy shadow token area, or 2 if there's more than 3 heroes. No, there's only 1. When any green werewolf dies, set it aside. Then we have to spawn enemies to the closest spawn gate. Now, we'll have 3 total enemies out, so the enemies plus 1 will spawn 1 additional enemy. Then return the quest enemy shadow token to the reserve. If all werewolves die before event 4 is revealed, go to 4.33. Here we have our green werewolf. Look at this guy. First time fighting him. All but forged weapons, which none of us have forged weapons, minus 2 hits. And then rolls 2 blue dice, and the lightning bolt is plus 1 defense. 13 health. Oh yeah, and he gets a power. So let's see. His power will be, he's got magic protection too, because why not? And then we spawn 1 enemy. That'll be in the, it looks like the gremlin spawn actually. We'll have a blue dark raider. And he will have a power. In each time phase, heal 3 HP to self. All I've got to say is I think Thorgar is going to have his work cut out for him. 2 skeletons. We've got a werewolf. We've got a blue raider. At least Ariel's over here, but Icarus is way off on the other side of the board. Here we have the werewolf's card. I want to look at the 2 things that are always active. We have Wild Presence. This enemy counts as 2 figures, and then Howling. In each time phase, roll a blue die, and then these certain things will happen. If we have a lightning bolt, we activate it, and if we get a star, heal 1 HP to self per hero in play. So they actually heal by 3. Well, we'll still do that during this time phase because he might actually activate, but if he heals, it won't do anything. We'll roll our blue die, and we get a shield, so we're all right. To finish the time phase, we'll just tick down some of these powers. A 1 for the magic bolt, and a 2 for the ice storm. And I think we're ready for the next round. Our goal, I think now, is to take out that green werewolf, but we might need to deal with those skeletons first. To start off this round, let's go ahead and work with Ariel first. She's going to go ahead and attack this green skeleton, hopefully taking him out, and also Dancing Lights the blue skeleton. Using Dancing Lights, we'll go ahead and do the level 4, so he'll have -2 hits and -2 armor. That will get rid of all of his armor, and the -2 hits will work. He does have that shocking weapon, though, so he'll still get that +1. So basically, he's at a -1, let's put it that way. And then we're going to ice manipulate the other guy, and I don't think we need to focus this. We're not going to use our action to focus. Our 2 auto successes are negated because he has hard skin, but we still will roll 4 blue dice. Ooh, all we need to do is 1 point of damage, but he does have armor. Should we focus this? Oh, what the heck. Let's focus it. Let's be on the safe side. So we're going to focus it. So that's why we have 1 success. Normally we'd have the 2, -2 from the hard skin, +1 for the focus. And we're going to do the level 3 here. We're rolling 4 blue dice, and we get 1, 2, oh wow. Our Archmage robe, we'll roll this one, and that's a gremlin. That's terrible. But we do negate his armor, which is great. We didn't stun him because we didn't get a star. We hit him for 2 points of damage. He has no armor, so that will kill him. But now we have to roll this die, and I want to make sure, I'm going to look at the card, because I messed this up with the succubus from before. When this enemy reaches 0 HP, roll a blue die if it's a shield. So if we roll a shield, he'll heal by 3. Come on, no shield. No shield. Done. That means he'll drop for us 2 soul shards, so we're at 22. Icarus, you're so close, 3 more soul shards, and 1 loot token will be in Thorgar's space. That's all I'm going to do this turn, but I still feel like that was worth it, getting rid of one of those skeletons. Activate all blue enemies, so we've got the blue raider and the blue skeleton. We activate the blue, Ariel controls the blue skeleton, so they'll go first, followed by the dark raider. Unfortunately, he's at range 0, so he's going to attack with the shield first on Thorgar, and then attack with the Xiphus second. He'll attack with his shield first, which is 1 auto success, but we have 2 -1s here, so I'll take this one off to put it to 0, and he actually has a -1 success for this. But he is going to roll 3 dice. Let's see what he gets, and he is not dominating because we got rid of that other skeleton. And he gets just 1 hit. These shields don't count. He does not get to smite, thank goodness. So it's just 1 hit. Thorgar will roll 1 blue die to defend. He blocks that. All right, that was the first one. Oh, actually, I think he had no hits because this would have negated it. Whatever. Totally fine with that one. Now he's going to Xiphos, though. So we've got our 2 minus hits here, but we have our bash. I should say our shocking weapon, because that's an on hand. So I'll get rid of this -1. So we still have overall a -1 hit. We have to remember this will bash him out of that space and knock him over. And so we have the 2 auto successes here. So that will get rid of this one and make this into 1 auto success. And we'll roll 2 red dice. And we get a heck of a lot of lightning. So that means Thorgar will be bleeding, which is a bummer because Thorgar has not activated yet. Ugh. And let's see, we have a total of 2 hits that we have to defend against. We have no armor now because our armor has been broken. So we will roll for that. And we get 1 defense. We'll take actually only 1 point of damage. That's not terrible. But we are going to get knocked over and KO'd. And by that I actually mean bash as well. We'll say Thorgar got smashed into this area and knocked over. And now I don't know how this is going to work. Thorgar is exhausted. So that means he can't use any actions, and you have to use a dash action to stand back up. Oh wait, never mind. You can use 1 movement point to stand up. Good. I was thinking, oh my gosh, what the heck am I going to do? Because I'm definitely going to have Thorgar go next. He'll spend 1 movement point to stand back up. And he's kind of pissed at this guy. So he's going to move into his space. I think let's just go for him. We could, though, run and talk to this hermit if we wanted. Because remember, that hermit is here. But I don't think I want to do that yet. I want to take out this guy. I mean, he did just hammer us. He's bleeding us, which also, I just did a movement action, so I'm going to take a 2nd point of damage for that to be able to stand up and move. And then I think, yeah, let's just hammer him. Now, the exhaustion token specifically states that you cannot do any action activities. Does that include free actions? I don't know. I'm going to play that I cannot do free actions because I'd love to do Purify on myself. I'd love to be able to use Bless on myself, but I'm going to say I can't. You guys let me know if that's wrong. I am going to use my Thunder Strike here. This is a blunt attack, so we have no resistance reduction because all these skeletons are normally resistant to everything but blunt attacks. So we're going to roll 1 red and 3 blue. We can't focus because that's an action, but we do have 3 auto successes. Oh, and this is going to give us our 3rd point of damage because we are bleeding. And we're doing another activity here. So let's see how much we can hit him for. This looks pretty dang good. We're going to hit him for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We are going to critical him. So we'll grab one from our critical bag. And what does he get? He can't use any lightning abilities. That's awesome. He can't smite us or anything like that anymore. He has no armor. However, he does have his skirmisher ability, which allows him to roll 2 blue dice. So let me grab those. And you can see if he happens to roll a gremlin, it's +2. And he gets no defense on that. Did we just one-shot him? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that will one-shot him, but he does... Is he also rolling for a shield? It states if he rolls a shield, he heals 3 HP. That's for the blue one as well. Come on, not a shield. Not a shield. Oh, man. Okay, so he has all but 3 health is gone for him. We're going to draw an encounter card, but before I do that, I need to remember I forgot to activate last time this blue Dark Raider. So I'm going to activate him after or first before I do whatever this encounter card states, which is activating 2 enemies. So I will activate the Dark Raider first. Then, because the Dark Raider is controlled by Thorgar, I will be activating the Dark Raider and then the blue skeleton, because those are the ones in counterclockwise order. The Dark Raider last time should have done the move 2 areas, and then no one would be in line of sight, so then he's still going to do this again, move another 2 areas when he activates a second time, and then he will use his Fire Scroll against the closest hero, otherwise attack the closest one within with a dagger. Here we have the activation from last time. Sorry about that. And then just making sure, I don't believe he would have line of sight. Yeah, he definitely does not have line of sight. So then he would move 2 areas here and here. And now he's going to use his the Scroll of Fire. This is 2 auto successes, rolling 1 red and 2 blue. And we get stars. Stars are AoE. That doesn't matter. No fire. Awesome. So we're getting hit for 1, 2, 3, 4 points of damage. So we have to roll 4 blue dice. Man, it is terrible not having any armor. So we'll roll this up. Block, block, block. That's not a block. Do I want to use this? I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that to reroll any defense dice. So I'm going to go ahead and reroll both of these. And a block, and then we can use this as +1. So we blocked all 4 points of damage. Whew! Thank you, scale armor. Now we have the blue skeleton attacking us again. We're going to first start with the shield. Remember, he has a total of -2 auto hits thanks to the dancing lights, but then we have 1 auto hit here, so we're just going to have -1 to whatever we roll, and because of our critical, no lightnings, so we don't have to worry about smite or bleeding. So we're going to have -1 hits, and we'll roll these up, so that will cancel this hit. So we only have 1 point of damage with the shield coming in. We can defend that with 1 blue die, and we get a shield. And then for the second attack, so this one, that's where he uses the shocking weapon. He has the 2 -1s here, but this one is going to negate one of these. And then he has 2 auto successes here, so it's going to negate this one and make it as 1 auto success. And then he'll roll 2 red dice for this attack, and he gets nothing, which is amazing, but he still will bash and KO. Wow! I mean, what a beautiful roll. We still will get tossed to the wayside and knocked over. Thorgar will finally end his turn by getting rid of his exhaustion. Hopefully that will hold. I do not want to be exhausted anymore. We'll then move to Icarus's turn. He will move 1, 2, 3, 4, and then do 2 dashes, 1, 2, and that's all he can do. That's all he can do for his turn. So let's draw our next encounter card, which is going to be activate all purple enemies, otherwise activate all highest ranking. That means both blue ones are going to activate again. This time we're going to start with the Dark Raider again, followed by the skeleton. The Dark Raider has aerial in his line of sight within range 3. He would normally use his Fire Scroll, but he already used it. So he's going to go ahead and just use his dagger and then move 1 area away. Just so you can see, 1, 2, 3 areas, definitely has line of sight, X to X, no problem. And he definitely does not see Thorgar because this wood is a wall, so that will block line of sight here. He's going to chuck that dagger at Ariel. 1 auto success, rolling 2. Holy moly, 1, 2, 3, 4 total damage, but no lightning bolt, so no disarm. We have 3 magic armor that we just used up to block 3 out of the 4 of those. And then we do have our Archmage robe, so we can roll up to 2 blue dice. There's our 4th one. We are safe. Barely. He's then going to move 1 area away, so I'd say that's here. We'll end this round by discarding Story Event 1, and then moving to that time phase, this werewolf will potentially activate. We got a star. Oh, heals 1. We didn't do any damage to him. He just sat there the whole time anyways. No problem. During that time phase, unfortunately, the skeleton will now have the +2 attack back and +2 armor back, but we do have... Oh, I put this on invisible. I think that should have been on Magic Bolt. So Magic Bolt is now ready. Ice Manipulator is down to 2, and Ice Storm is down to 1. And of course, we flip over our Bleeding token for Thorgar. To start us off this round, let's go ahead and use Ariel. First thing I need to remember is I use Dancing Lights, and I forgot to put a die on here. I need to have a die with a 1 token on here, because it was been at a 2 after we activated it. It should have cooled down to 1 during the last time phase. I'm going to go ahead and use my Mystic Scepter, see what I can do here. I'm going to focus for my first action. So I get 2 auto successes, but then he is resistant to all but blunt attacks for 2. So I have no auto successes. I'm rolling 1 red and 3 blue dice. And we get 1, 2, perfect. We're negating his armor. And then let's go ahead and re-roll this one with our Archmage robe. 3. Awesome. We're doing 3 points of damage. He can defend with 2 blue dice because he's a skirmisher. And he gets 1, so that means we're dealing 2 points of damage to him. That puts him at 6 damage. Ah, you little twerp. I do think we're going to do our Magic Bolt here for the 7th point of damage, but then we have to roll a blue die, and we didn't get a shield. Oh, finally. This guy's toast. We just took him out. He will give us 3 soul shards, so we go up to 25. That means Icarus can level up, and he'll drop on one of these tokens in his space. There's 2 now there. We've only done 1 action by focusing, then we did our free action, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 1, 2, and then I'm going to go ahead and pick these both up. We just gained 40 crowns, move into here for 3, and we're going to do our search for our second action. Ooh, that looks like a good one. We'll roll a red die for our search, and we get a lightning bolt, which is one of our loot tokens. So let's grab that, and we get another 50 coins. Well, we just gained 90 bucks, 90 crowns. Awesome. And we have 1 more movement. Let's go ahead and check out this hermit. We'll go to waypoint token 3. Several shacks crowd the southern eastern quarter, yet one is remarkable among the others. Secluded from the mass of wood and fabric, it stands alone. It is unsettling, with a huge animal skulls as braziers beside the door, and surrounded by a fence made of old, rusty weapons. When the heroes get closer to the door, it suddenly opens, revealing an imposing, white-haired man with bright green eyes. As he turns to go back into the shadows of the hovel, the figure speaks. "You have found the crazy old Kessler. Now come in. I have been expecting you." If you want to talk about that first clue you found, spend 1 action. We can't do that. We've already done our 2 actions. We can't do this one, so we might as well do the 4.17. The inside of the shack is completely filled with old tapestries and animal skeletons, so even walking becomes difficult. By candlelight, Kessler appears to be very old, yet a very powerful man. His muscles are tired, yet still speak of their past might. As his eyes study the party, his deep, low voice begins.
"And so, the steward of the city rules like this, giving the dubious honor of defending Moonchild to newcomers. We have never been so removed from our past glories. Once, this problem would have been solved by the royal family. But would you ask that much from that fat bureaucrat Victor? I know you not, strangers, but I feel in my bones that you are stronger than any other being in this city, aside from that murderous monster. We will see, but beware. I think you are going to hunt a relentless killer with superhuman strength. Why so? My instincts tell me. A madman's instinct."
If this is the first time reading this paragraph, the active hero must roll 3 dice. A magic hero may reroll the attempt once. Okay, let's see what we get. We'll roll 1 time, and we got it right off the bat with 2 gremlins. That's hilarious. The hero notices that Kessler's voice changed subtly when he speaks about the past. For some reason, his heart seems to become roused. His hands instinctively goes to an imaginary sword, his knuckles white in the effort of stopping the movement, fighting the instinct. An instinct that should be dead now, considering his apparent age. The man must have been a fierce fighter in his days. The party gains, we gain 3 soul shards. Awesome. So we'll go from 25 all the way up to 28. With these last words, Kessler bids the heroes farewell.
It is time for you to go. Please come back if you ever discover more information about this killer. In crazy times, a lunatic's voice may be the only true guide.
Well, that was definitely interesting. We have ended Ariel's turn. Let's go ahead and draw our next encounter card. And we have Dark Tranquility. Okay, we know what that means. No enemies are going to activate. I'm going to leave this here and shuffle all of these in. Now let's move to another character. I think next let's have Icarus go. He has 4 normal movement, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then he'll spend his first action to dash into this space with the Blue Raider. We'll need to see if this Dark Raider will activate, so we'll roll to see if we can save, and we do. Great. So then let's go ahead and attack him. We will use our second action. You know what? I think what I'm going to do, I could focus, but I think I'm going to perform a second strike. So we'll probably do both of these together. We have 2 auto successes because of our blade, plus 1 because we dominate right now. We'll roll 2 red and 1 blue. And wow, that is a great roll. This won't count. So we're just hitting him for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's got 2 magic armor, so that puts him down to 4. He's got 1 regular armor, so that will take care of all 3 of these, but we will hit him for 3 points of damage. And I'm realizing he's resistant to slash attacks, so I'm going to need to take this one off, and we only did 2 points of damage to him, not 3. Sorry, I thought it was blunt. We'll then go ahead and do this again. So we have our 2 auto successes, plus we dominate him for 3, but the slash resistance knocks it down to 2. 2 red, 1 blue for our second action. And, wow, that's awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. He has 1 armor, so he'll block this one. We did 1, 2, 3, 4 damage, plus the 2 that he already has on him. That's 6 damage out of the 9 that we need to take him out. We'll end our turn by drawing our encounter card, and we have activate all M enemies. There are no M enemies because I believe, both of these guys are dexterity enemies. So it says, otherwise, each enemy will get 2 or max out their surges. That just means the Blue Raider will get his Scroll of Fire back. Remember, he used that already, so he has that back. First thing we're going to do with Thorgar, we are going to use Purify. We'll take 1 point of damage, but then heal 2. So that'll net us to having only 1 point, or removing 1 point of damage. We have 2 left on us, but that means we can remove this bleeding token. Then we're going to go ahead and use Bless, and we're going to do the level 1, +1 attacking or +1 defending. We're actually going to use this for ourselves for +1 defense. We'll then use 1 movement point to stand back up, movement 2, movement 3, and then we'll go ahead and use our first of our 3 actions to dash into here. Now we have to see if we activate that Blue Raider. Once again, we get to roll 2 blue dice thanks to the Avenger's Blade, and let's see what we get. Look at that, 2 stars. Had no problem. Let's go ahead and hammer this guy. I think we should have no problem. We're not even going to focus because we're already dominating. We have 3 + 1, 4 auto successes, rolling 1 red and 3 blue dice. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He has 1 armor to negate 1 of those, so we're dealing 7 damage to him. Yeah, he only had 3 health left. He's gone. That's 2 more soul shards. That'll push us all the way up to 30 soul shards. And we will drop 20 coins in his space, which I will definitely have Thorgar pick up. So he has 20 more bucks. We still have 2 actions left. We've only done 1 with our dash. So we're going to go ahead and throw these hammers twice at that werewolf. Remember, though, anything that's not forged is -2 to the successes. So normally I have 1 auto success. That will actually be moved to -1. We're rolling 1 red and 2 blue dice. Basically, I'm just looking to critical him here if I can. This one doesn't count. This one, we have 2 stars. 2 stars is AoE and slow. I will definitely take that. So we're going to slow him with our first shot. And then looking here, we did 2 points of damage. Minus the 1 here is only 1. So we'll knock down 1 of his magic armor from 2 down to 1. Yeah, we're not going to do much to him. And then for our third action, let's go ahead and do that again. 1 red, 2 blue. Come on, I want a lightning bolt. Oh, there's a lightning bolt. And another star. So we would slow him again. He cannot be slowed again because you can only take that one time. So that means he just takes a point of damage. So he goes from 13 down to 12 health. We're hitting him for a total of 1, 2, 3 points of damage. He will block one of those. Oh, wait, I got to remember. We also have a critical. Come on, critical. Be something awesome. Be something awesome. And we get -1 armor, which is 100% useless because he has no armor. Yeah, so I'll put that on him, but it's not going to matter. But now we are doing 2 points of damage to him. That means he will lose this magic armor for one of them, and he has to roll a blue die for the defense for the second one. And he gets a shield. So he took no damage from that, but he has 1 damage on him overall. Whoop-de-doo! We'll then draw our encounter card, and we have activate all green enemies. Yeah, he's going to be activated, but remember, he's slowed. So at range 1 to 2, he's going to move to engage, period. He will not attack with claws, he'll just move to engage. Bring it, werewolf, bring it. We'll reveal our event card, and we have Fog. Until next event phase, heroes' range attacks have range reduced by 1 to a minimum of 0. So you can have a range attack now, not even be able to do a range attack. And then here, we can ignore the spawn. At the beginning of the time phase, we have to see if Howling 1 comes into play. We will roll, he gets a lightning bolt, activate this enemy. Great. Okay, so we have, if there's another werewolf in the victims of space, no. Otherwise, attack with Bite. So he's going to attack with Bite, the one that is the most wounded, which is definitely Thorgar. Bite is 3 auto hits and break. So break is an auto wound for Thorgar because he has no armor left. So Thorgar will go from 2 points of damage to 3 because of that break. And then now we have 3 attack that's coming at us. We need to roll 3 blue dice for our defense. Fortunately, even though he's considered 2 characters, Icarus is there, so we actually are still controlling the room, not dominating, but at least we're controlling it. So we don't have to worry about his +1 there. So we roll these up. We have 1, 2, 3 defense. Thank you, scale armor. That scale armor is amazing. The next thing we're going to do is spend 25 of our soul shards. So we'll go all the way down to 5 to then level up Icarus. Icarus going from level 4 to level 5 is kind of boring. He has 11, 1, and 3, and 2, to 13, 1, 3, and 3. Oh, yeah, actually, so the only thing that changes is the health goes up by 2, and he gets 1 more action. So he can take another action, but he doesn't get any additional powers. But yeah, now he has 13 health. We have a ton of powers that we used this round, so let's go ahead and tick all of them down. 1 away for Ice Manipulation. Ice Storm is going to be ready. Dancing Lights is going to be ready. Magic Bolt's down to 1. Bless is going to be ready. I forgot about the +1 defense. Whatever. Purify will go down to a 1, and Accurate Strike will go down to 2. No, actually, I don't think there was anybody that used any magic armor this round. Don't forget that the wonderful werewolf will get 2 magic armor back. Well, this werewolf here has a total of 12 health remaining, has his 2 magic armor, but not if Ariel has anything to say about it. We're going to activate Ariel first. She's going to move 1, 2, 3, and then thanks to those boots, 4. She's going to move into this space. She's then going to use her astral cape. First action, she can steal 2 magic armor from him. Thank you very much. So she now has 2, 4, 5 magic armor. He has none. Then we're going to use our second action to focus and attack. This werewolf is going to be feeling the full might of our team. Look at this. 3 auto successes because of our Ice Storm. 1 auto success for 4 because we're focusing. 1 auto success because we now have 4 heroes to the 2 that he's considered, so we are dominating him. We have a reroll here, thanks to having Icarus in that space engage with the enemy, and we have Thorgar, plus we have our Archmage robe. Let's do a ton of damage, rolling 2 red and 4 blue dice, so 6 dice here. That looks pretty dang awesome. So I'm going to keep all of these, of course. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And these 2 we'll use, that's for hit dice, so we can't do that. So I'm going to use Thorgar's reroll to reroll both of these. And we get 1 more hit. Okay, so how much damage do we have? You guys can't see this one. We have a total amount of damage of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 damage. We're ignoring his armor, that he doesn't have any. We are going to slow him, which won't really matter when he's engaged with us, but I'll still put it on him. He will roll 2 blue dice for defense, so we'll roll those. he got 1 defense, so he'll block 1 of these. So that means he took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage, plus the one he has on them. That's 10 damage out of his 13. That will end Ariel's productive turn. We'll go ahead and flip our next card, activate all red enemies. He's just going to be activated. We have range 0 attacking the most wounded, which would be Thorgar, but I'm going to go ahead and use Taunt by Icarus. So Icarus is going to go ahead and taunt him. If there's another werewolf, no, there isn't. Otherwise, he's going to attack with Bite. Bite just means he's going to do the break, so unfortunately, Icarus will have 1 of his armor broken, but I still feel like that's better than having Thorgar take all those wounds because of that. So Icarus will take 1 break. He still will have his 2 defense instead of 3, I guess. Icarus suffered that break. He still has 2 armor remaining, and then the 3rd point of damage will be blocked by 1 of these magic shields. Let's go ahead and have Thorgar go next. He's going to use his blessing to bless himself. So then he's going to attack with his Thunder Strike. We have 3 auto successes from the card itself. 1 because we're dominating, 1 because of the bless, and 1 because we're going to focus. Then we lose 2 because this is not a forged weapon. So we have 4 auto successes, rolling 1 red and 3 blue dice. We'll give him a roll, and we're going to critical him. Let's go ahead and draw that for sure. He is going to get -1 health. So that means he has 11 points of damage out of his 13. And then we're dealing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. Ow, poor guy. Not really, not poor guy. He's a werewolf. We'll roll these, and he gets 1 defense. So we did 5 points of damage. He's dead. He will drop for us a loot token. Let's go ahead and pick that up. We get 10 crowns. Woohoo, 10 beautiful crowns. And then he's going to give us 3 more soul shards. So we'll go from 5, 6, 7, 8 to 8. As the wolf-like monster falls, a flaming arrow flies from a rooftop. Before the heroes can do anything, the body of the monster erupts in fire and rapidly burns to ashes, together with bodies of the cutthroats, while the survivors flee under cover of the smoke. When the guards arrive, the heroes speak to the Inspector Crane, who hands them a purse of crowns as a reward for a job well done. As I suspected, your contribution has been vital in this investigation. Unfortunately, from what we have seen, we no longer have to look for a single person, but for a pack, for lack of a better name. Please keep investigating. I can give you this money for now, but more awaits for you at the end of this entire absurd story. Should we get any information from this scene, I will summon you, but until then, we must protect the city. Remove any Dark Raider enemies still on the map from play by discarding its enemy card in the discard pile. Then the party gains 3 soul shards, and we each gain 25 crowns. Wow! 3 soul shards. 1, 2, 3. We are eating this up. That's 11. For my second action, I'll go ahead and use my heal wounds. I'm just going to use the level 1. I'm going to heal 2 out of the 3 points of damage that I have on me. So I still have 1. That way they target me instead of Ariel. We'll go ahead and spend our movement, 1, 2, 3, to move here, and then using our third action, we'll dash to here. I'm thinking of maybe going to the store for him. Maybe we can fix our armor. That would be kind of nice. Yeah, that's I think I'm going to do. Icarus is the last to go. There's no enemies on the board. 1, 2, 3, 4 will come with him, and then we'll do 2 actions, 1 and 2. I may be thinking of checking out that treasure. During the event phase, we'll simply discard our fog card, and then let's go ahead and move to the time phase. During that time phase, ice manipulation will be back. We'll have 2 for the ice storm. We'll have magic bolt ready, heal wounds, the bless, and purify ready, and then the accurate strike will be down to a 1. We'll also go ahead and get our magic armor here as well, and we're going to lose these 2 magic armor that we stole from the werewolf.